Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to, do you want to do the intro, the official intro? Go.
Welcome. You're listening. I don't know. Hey.
Hey, everybody. Doug and Josh. This is going to be the fastest podcast we've done. There's a bunch of reasons that we are on a time crunch. We're not going to go into any of them.
No one cares.
Because Josh is going to feel shamed, and we don't want that to happen.
I already feel enough shame every day being a 7, come on.
Really? Is that a shame-based?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you just want to perform all the time when you let people down. It's a tough life for me.
Nobody wants your life, Josh.
Nobody.
Just sitting on the top of the hill with a big old view from your backyard
with a
of the
Coke
toll
Zero.
road.
I do, with cars going by, with traffic jams, Southern California traffic jams. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It is This Week with Doug and Josh. Doug Fields, Josh Griffin. Let's go.
Happy New Year again. We've got a lot of things happening. One, at DYM, we're launching some events.
Ooh, so fun.
That we are doing, which we're kind of excited about. We haven't got a name yet of this one day one we're going to do. We're going to test one in April here in Southern California.
Yeah, if you're
something
local,
on
come
engaging your kids for a healthier ministry, from distraction to engagement, something like that.
Wake up the church, something. I don't know.
And then in the fall, we're going to kind of do a little road show. We haven't decided if it's going to be Louisville, Nashville, some
Atlanta,
otherville,
Cincinnati, Columbus, Greenville. We have no idea.
We're not exactly sure.
The Ville tour, the Tour of the Villes.
I don't know. We're going to do 3 back-to-back days.
And we're not sure, but let us know in the Facebook community, the DYM Facebook community, where we have a little voting option of your city. If you want to host it, it'd be a lot of fun. But
hey, Josh,
we're going on the road.
I noticed yesterday you were out doing a thing with some Nebraska youth workers. I walked in on you, and you gave me a look like I just caught you doing something nasty.
No, I'm like, don't mess up my live stream. I was hanging out. They launched a Lincoln, Nebraska area youth ministry network, and they invited me to come in and do a little Zoom thing. It was so much fun. I used the new Sidekick, and so I had 4 points. I taught a point and then did a poll. And in Nebraska, they're voting on my presentation on Zoom, and then it would show the results to them. It was so fun.
The voting... People don't even understand how easy it is to make. I'm speaking tonight at the Marines,
the military base,
Camp Pendleton.
So cool. Marriage is tough.
Oh yeah,
the
military marriage.
Oh
is
boy,
amazing. But I made 3 polls.
That's awesome.
That I'm doing. Kathy and I did intentional parenting this last Wednesday and the Wednesday before, and the sound guy said to me that voting thing is unbelievable.
Really
I've never seen anything like that.
You can use whatever.
You know what I wanted to say?
What?
I wanted to say DYM created it.
It's
but
mine.
I didn't because he doesn't know what DYM is.
You can use whatever presentation software you want. There's great ones out there. ProPresenter, PowerPoint, Keynote, whatever. There's a million of them. But Sidekick.tv.
I'm switching.
It's so fun and so easy.
It's so close to being Keynote.
Yeah.
That I'm.
Well, and
there's
beyond.
a couple glitches that we're going to fix, but I'm already converted.
It's doing stuff that you just can't do, and just the idea of me being able to engage a room a couple thousand miles away. It was so fun.
It was fun.
I used it this weekend in our junior high ministry. We had instead of just teaching the message, we're trying to really push students
This
towards,
is a good idea. I'm glad
towards
you're sharing
action.
This. Yep.
And so we said, be hearers of the word, not doers only. So we taught on music and the voices that you hear and influence you. So the application poll was, what are you going to do after the message this week?
That.
And one was like, I'm going to add more worship music to my whatever. I'm going to delete some songs from my playlist. I'm not going to do anything was one of the choices too. And junior hires, of course, are very, very honest. So just a way of using the poll, not just for entertainment, fun, but for engagement, for action, for motivation.
No, that's really good. Yeah. Really, it's so new for us. And some of you are like, hey, I've listened to 3 shows and you're talking about Sidekick every show. We are.
It's just too
We're
fun.
super excited about it. And this week in beta testing,
new toy.
Spinny Wheel.
Yes.
Spinny Wheel came out. Josh and I were in a meeting in my office, and we hear the DYM team, which we have a small team, but the team was like, you could hear the spinning wheel in the background, and they were laughing and having fun with it. And we race out like, you can't. It was the first time the team, I hadn't even seen the spinning wheel.
Yeah, they're giggling, screaming, laughing, and then we're like, don't do this stuff without us.
Yeah, come on.
We want to see the wheel.
We've been dreaming this up for a long time.
You can now resize the spinny wheel, and it's really fun. Put it wherever you want on the screen.
Yeah, so good. Application,
Yeah.
engagement. You can do games with it, the whole bit. It's just going to get better and better and better.
More on the way.
It is available to, Sidekick is available to anybody who's a DYM member, but voting is gold plus or platinum.
Yeah, and of course, more coming soon. The plans, the roadmap for this thing, whew,
I know.
So
it's
fun.
about the only time Josh and I argue is really over what's coming next.
We do. It's like, it's not playful argument, but it's like passionate. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, I was actually explaining to Kathy last night because really what we're doing is we have, a limited budget and you're budgeting what you can pay to develop. And so the reality is it's I said to Kathy, it's like you're just choosing which child is going to eat this month.
I just don't like it because I just like shiny new toys.
Yeah.
Wheels, Pick Me, students being able to just text whatever they want to the screen.
It's
with
all
the
coming.
moderator. It's so
all
cool.
coming. This is the year, and I'm glad you got to all that. We spent out of control on Nebraska.
Yeah.
Nebraska's Doug Elliott.
Doug Elliott, yeah, he was
a youth pastor in Nebraska.
He's a youth pastor. He's now, I think, the executive. I forget, but he and his youth pastor invited me out. It was really fun. So shout out to Doug, David, and the 40-something Nebraska youth workers in that one town
that you did over Zoom.
Launched a network.
That's great. I love it.
It's the best. That's what it's all about. Don't do youth ministry alone.
Way to go doing that with them,
fun.
too. Did you have a talk?
Yeah. It was called The 4 Phrases That Helped Shape My Youth Ministry Journey, and I hope they're helpful for you, too.
That's great.
So 4 phrases, 4 polls. It was like 20 minutes. It is so hard to present over Zoom because I'm like animated and I'm like, I hope this is working. I have no idea.
I walked into his office during and I thought, oh, what? I don't know what's going on here.
But when the poll results came in, I was like, well, at least they're voting. they're engaged that much.
That's right. That's great.
Oh,
Very
it was
fun.
really good.
Hey, what we decided to do because we had limited time is you had the biggest attendance weekend.
It was awesome.
Of your short tenure at Mariners.
Well, I'm in my 5th year already at Mariners.
So what is a tenure?
That's
tenure
pretty good.
For seminaries like 7, 6? I don't know.
I never really understood tenure for that
Well,
matter.
it's spelled Tenure, Josh.
It's like
look it
manure.
up. It's just basically the amount of time you've been somewhere. But
does any youth pastor ever have tenure? No. I'll answer that.
We really don't, and we don't make a big deal out of attendance, but numbers are a thing, and you were excited to celebrate with your team.
And we put a lot of effort into the Llama Buck. It's like a 5-month effort to get to this night.
And we made a decision yesterday to include this in the gold. Is it a mystery item?
It is a mystery item for gold and platinum members. Gold Plus, you get it too. I mean, we're going to give you the Llama Buck graphics, template, the instructions on what we did, our auction lit, everything.
Photos. You got to include photos in that.
Yeah.
Make it a thing. I'm excited about that rather than just giving the Llama Buck because now you're explaining how to use it. So the idea is, if you haven't been listening, is that Josh introduced this idea of Llama Bucks for kids to memorize scriptures. They would get bucks. If they played a game, they would get these Llama
Come
Bucks.
to life group.
Whatever.
Ask a good question in your table discussion. Whatever, yeah.
Bunch of things. I walked by Wednesday night. I walked by a kid, and he was holding Llama Bucks, and I'm like, I'm going to go get you some. Like, I can't do this for everybody.
Also,
but
Doug has a stash.
I like your dad a lot, and so I gave him a stack of Llama Bucks.
That's so fun.
He didn't do anything other than walk by me.
So we ran this thing from fall kickoff in September until present, so middle of January, and then it all culminated in the Llama Buck auction, where you took all the Llama Bucks that you earned, like kids that clean up after youth group, they got Llama Bucks. Like, it's such a powerful. You serve.
It's so junior high friendly.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
So junior high friendly.
So
you did the auction, the final auction on what we call a stacked event, which was after church on Saturday night.
Yep.
Parents were with me. I did a Marriage Matters.
Marriage Matters is a huge, wonderful ministry and brings in tons of parents. People don't know what to do with their kid. We have an event for them. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So we're stacked with Doug and Marriage Matters, and it ends up being our biggest service, single service. We do 5 every weekend of the year. And then our biggest event of the year. And then it turns into our biggest weekend of the year. It was just fun, like 5 months of effort. And every kid showed up
off a dumb idea.
Off kind of a dumb idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dumb idea, but
crushed.
they just kept, that's the great thing with junior high. And that's one of the differences between junior high and high school is you can take a dumb idea
and run with it. Well, and we auctioned off some really creative things. So instead of we did have a couple of big items. We spent some money. It is what it is.
You had some things donated. And
some things donated. We had some stuff. We got deep discounts on things. People were so kind to us. But we also had the idea of auctioning off some experiences. So our worship leader, you could go to Boba with her. You could watch Star Wars with me and have a movie night. And I'll bring the snacks and the popcorn and I'll come hang out with your family, whatever. And so we auctioned off someone bid big on that.
Do you know them?
Not super well, but he was really passionate about Star Wars, and I'm like,
wait.
I'm into.
I can't wait to hear that.
So it was so much work, and but to see it pay off in I mean, we literally ran out of chairs. We were grabbing the bean bags from like the foyer or whatever for kids to sit on. It was so exciting, and it worked. And now we're going to give it away free to you too. Why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
Share the love. Share the love.
Yeah, but not just give it away. We're going to provide instructions. We're actually paying somebody from Josh's team.
That's true.
To, word for word, like, here's what we did, here's how it started, here's what we gave them away for, here were the prizes.
I wrote here a little outline for him. I'm like, this is what I want: the origin of the idea, the execution, the auction list, the heart behind it. How did kids earn llama bucks? How did some kids end up with so many?
Yeah.
What do you do about kids who don't earn any over the course of 5 months? They join late. What do you promise, and then how do you deliver on the auctions? I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces to that thing, but it really worked. And then our last slide, the Marvel movie says, Captain America will return. We matched the style of the slide, the font, and it says Llama Bucks will return. But then we didn't say when. So they're coming back at camp. And then we'll run camp to January again.
And kind of the idea was with the McRib sandwich. Like McDonald's doesn't have the McRib all year long.
You got it.
It's a limited time,
hype season, a lot of fun.
It's such a great example of the difference between junior high and high school.
Yeah, also true.
I mean, maybe some people that are working with high school are listening to this, and that'll work with my high school kids. Great.
Preteen.
I think in Southern California where we are, I don't think it would go like it did with junior high.
Yeah.
Our junior high went crazy.
And children's ministry is like, we need llama bucks. And I'm like, no, you don't. Yeah. Nope, there are. Sorry. Trademark.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and give something, it's something unique about, I mean, that's part of youth ministry, whether it is a camp, like, for 2 decades, what was unique about our high school ministry is that we went to Mexico over spring break while everybody went skiing. Right. I mean, it just became a unique feature of our high school ministry.
And it crushed.
And it crushed.
Word spread in the community. Go on this trip for spring break and give and serve versus ski and surf.
Yeah, but it also is, it was during a kind of a downtime when your, youth ministry goes through these momentums. Yep. And you, whatever it is, whether it's a llama bucks or a camp or a contest or a car wash or whatever it is, there's something that you build into kind of the infrastructure of your ministry that kids look forward to, that has a momentum boost.
Well, and especially if you're in a lull, especially if you're in a downtime, you need something to kind of will up the attendance and bring back a little excitement and energy. And, your missions trip did that. Llama Bucks definitely did that for us.
Well, don't you think in youth ministry, a lot of us as leaders, we think, oh, it worked, let's just keep running it. Right. As opposed to...
guilty.
Yeah, well, just as opposed to maybe you think different and just go, we're just going to do this for a season. We're going to build this into the rhythm of a season.
Yeah, some of the other seasons have natural momentum anyhow. So when we're hoping to capitalize on summer camp is the launch of Llama Bucks.
That's
so
great.
We're hoping Llama Bucks will help lift summer camp.
If you sign up early...
Wait, I'm gonna write. We're gonna add that to the ebook. The little
sign up early.
Sign up early. Get an extra 50 llama bucks. Whoo!
The pressure they'd put on their parents.
Oh, the dude, I love it.
That's great. Very
so
fun.
Good. So anyhow,
hey, and also, I feel like you look about 6 pounds thinner.
Thanks.
I mean, not that that's a big deal.
I would like to. I think it's kind of
a
big deal.
It's a big deal to you and me, but it's not a big deal to everybody listening.
Almost 2%. That's
great.
1.9%.
That's great.
No, the new year, new Doug and Josh is on, and you look stronger and fitter and younger.
I lost some weight and gained some muscle.
You can
and
tell.
Some eye bags.
If you gain any more muscle, I don't know if I'll be able to trust you. You're like Benjamin Button aging right now. You're getting younger, fitter, stronger. It's concerning.
Yeah, well, here's the deal, Josh. You haven't hit 50, and I'm well into my 60s. I'm 61.
I'm 49.
You realize that when you hit 50 next year, your body begins to fall apart.
48 was a heck of a year.
Yeah. Well, and if I'm late to this meeting, I got a lunch meeting.
It's been a great week. Hopefully your week is going well too. If you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, it's going great because you have a new network.
That's right. I love that. I love that. Hey,
Josh,
if anybody wants us to come to their city for, should we? What's our email address?
Go to this week at downloadyouthministry.com and it'll come right to me, hopefully, and maybe Doug will see it. And we would love to know if you would want to host or please attend. It would be so fun to hang out.
Yeah. And soon on our calendar, we have 2 events. Our first Decade in Youth Ministry event in
Chicago.
October.
Chicago.
Oh yeah, we're doing one in April in
and
Chicago,
then here
one in
at our
Southern
church.
California in October, and then a round table again.
Yeah, don't miss those
Discussion
events.
in
If you're
November.
a platinum member, you do get a ticket to a DYM event for free,
Part of being platinum.
which is awesome. And otherwise, please join us. It'd be a blast to hang out and talk youth ministry, and we'll obviously have sidekick polls.
That's right.
as well.
And I'd like to talk
and
more, Josh, but I got to go.
Yeah,
You
me
can
too.
you can stay here and clean up.
No, will you give me llama bucks?
I will.
Oh,
I will.
kids were so easy. They
Okay,
cleaned up
bye.
everything. Okay,
No, keep talking.
it's the
I'm
ultimate
leaving.
hack.
No,
Clean your
keep-
youth room.
keep
Give
talking.
kids llama
Why
bucks.
don't you close it as I
Close
leave?
in prayer. God bless you.